Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Hanna at Atlas Chiropractic in North Lakes, Brisbane. I want to talk a little bit about posture and what it means as far as what is happening within your body to the spine specifically. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, poor posture, it's because you're being lazy, you need to just sit up straight, that is going to correct the problem. Now, that's very important because you can develop lots of different habits and muscles do have the tendency to develop in a certain way, but posture by and large is not a simple matter of laziness. It is neurological in origin. In other words, there is tension for some reason on the brain, on the spinal cord itself. And the way then that the body adapts is it starts to shift its posture, and it will sooner sacrifice muscles, ligaments, joints, tendons, etc., rather than let that tension go directly into the spine itself. And so when people have a lot of the issues that show up on this posture here, oftentimes by having a misalignment right up in the top of the neck, it's going to cause effects going down the entire body. So it causes the head to turn a little bit to one side, causes one shoulder to come up just a little bit like this or the other way. It causes the body to tip and tilt just a little bit, and that's just in the side plane. It can also happen front on, where you see a person's head start to come forward like this, and they get very rounded in the shoulders and they start to get flattened in the back, or the exact opposite, where a person's curve starts to over-exaggerate and they have the quote-unquote sway back. The point is that all of these kinds of changes are not because a person is being lazy, it's because there's tension on the spine. This is the way that their body is intelligently adapting to it so that they're going to continue to function as well as possible. So you may be wondering, aside from looking at a person's posture, is there any other way or any other indicator that I can know if I actually have a problem wrong with my neck? One of the most simple ones involves using a couple of scales that we have right down here on the floor. So if there's a problem with the neck, it doesn't just stop there. So it goes down, basically can go all the way down to the bottom, creating tension through their lower back, through the glutes, through their hamstrings, through their calves, and it can cause the body to pull up like this. Now, nobody can stand with their legs crooked, obviously, and so the body starts to tilt. And so if you were to take two scales, for the average person, they should be the same, within about 1 kilo. If you're a bigger individual, a couple of kilos. So there needs to be some degree of variability, but we should all be plus or minus about the same. So simple test, if you have two scales at home, is you simply put step on up, and usually a slightly wider base is better than slightly narrower, and you just stand like this. Now, if you are looking straight down, you can skew the numbers a little bit, and so ideally you want a couple of scales that will beep to let you know when it's actually set, and you don't actually have to look at the numbers until afterwards. So then you look down and say, okay, do these numbers match the way that they should? And if you're seeing that there is a significant deviation from the normal, or in other words, you're off by 1, 2, the most I've ever seen was somebody off by about 20 kilos, that there's going to be some significant degree of imbalance, and you probably need to have the upper neck checked to make sure that your body is properly balanced, you don't have this tension, and whatever is affecting your spine can be reduced and eliminated as much as possible. So I hope that you found this a little bit interesting. The connection between a person's posture, a very simple way to test for it, and knowing what it is that you can actually do to help it out. So this is Dr. Jeff Hanna at Atlas Chiropractic, restoring the cause of health from above, down, and inside out.